everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Makeup Fun with Olivia. Today we're going to be talking about a foundation that I fell in love with. I tried a sample because I was bored one day. So I tried it and I loved it. And I thought I would share it with you, especially because some of you on Instagram requested that I please do a review on it. So here it is. It's called Makeup Forever. It has a long name. Don't they all now? Because they want to get it all in there to let us know what the foundation is about. So this one is Makeup Forever Reboot Active Care Revitalizing Foundation. So for 1 ounce, I got it for $39 off of the Sephora website in the shade Y315. There are 24 shades in this foundation. And here are some of the claims. Let me read them off. I have my little notes here. In fact, I'm going to put my glasses on. It says, a skin revitalizing foundation that adds a radiant satin finish while hydrating, smoothing and firming the skin up to 24 hours. It revives tired skin instantly. I really do agree with that. I have been using it for a few weeks now and I love it. I love it. You can see it right now. This does have a finishing powder on it, but in a little bit, you're gonna see me applying it and you're gonna see it without the finishing powder. This is just with the finishing powder. It says that the coverage is light, but I really find that it's light to medium. And I like it in the best of ways. It's like right in that border of light and medium coverage. I really like it. The skin types it's supposed to be for is for normal and dry. Now, I have always had combination skin, but now that I am 50 years old, I have more of a normal with, yeah, it's more of a normal because I really wouldn't say that I have that oily T-zone anymore, but I have little patches of dryness and definitely wrinkles and larger pores, which come with age, right? The highlighted ingredients in this, one of them is, and now I will mention, I'm going to talk about the ingredients that are highlighted on the website, but I will mention that they're about halfway through the ingredient list. So take that with a grain of salt. So the first one, putting my glasses on again, hopefully you don't get the ring light. The first one is ginseng. It says it supports natural collagen. And I did look up ginseng and to see what the benefits are of putting it in skincare. And so what I found, and by the way, the articles that I read, I will link down below so you can take a look at them too if you want to. So the article said that in recent research, it also points to ginseng reducing overactive oil glands and is antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. Ginseng is in a lot of Korean skincare. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but it's very popular in Korean skincare. Ginseng is also supposed to help support circulation of our skin's smallest blood vessels, which ties back to the, it wraps into the synthesis of collagen. And it also helps with hyperpigmentation because it helps inhibit melanin production. So I thought that was really good information about ginseng. And I really feel like it ties into my impressions of this foundation. You know, even if it is halfway through the ingredient list, I feel like I am getting these benefits. I didn't know what the ingredients were in this foundation when I first tried it on. I just tried it on, and after more usage, I realized, why do I love this foundation so much? Why do I feel like it's helping my skin the more I use it? And so that's when I started looking at the ingredients and doing a little bit more research. So that's what I'm sharing with you here today. Another ingredient is Camellia japonica. It's supposed to help support the skin's natural glow. It's rich in antioxidants, vitamins, specifically A and B, phytosqualane, and omega-6 fatty acids. It possesses lipids that have excellent emollient moisturizing properties. Now, I definitely feel like this foundation helps moisturize my skin. The more I use it, the more I feel hydrated. Of course, I'm using all these other things because I'm trying to retain that hydration now that I'm 50, but I feel like this foundation is a part of my skincare routine or regimen now. It's not just a foundation to protect or to, you know, obviously it protects and obviously it evens out your skin tone, but I really do feel like the properties in this formula really help my skin the more I use it. The third ingredient that they highlight on the Sephora website is mango grass, which is also known as monkey grass or Nai Men Dong in China. It helps to support the skin's protective barrier and from dryness, and hydrates and moisturizes. So those are a few of the ingredients that they highlight on the Sephora website. And I feel like these things really do tie into my experience with this foundation. It is a satin finish, like I mentioned earlier. It is a liquid foundation. It's not so runny that it goes down right away, and you'll see it, but it's thick enough where it starts to run, but it's like this nice combination of a thicker, it feels more creamy, the foundation. You know, it doesn't feel like you're putting that liquidy foundation. So if you don't like a creamy feel on the foundation, you might not like this, but I love it. I feel like I'm putting like almost like a thicker cream on it. It's a really nice feel. It's very moisturizing and hydrating feel. Another thing I like about it is that it stands up to my hot flashes and my perspiration. I mean, not all foundations can take, I perspire a lot in my face, and so I'll get the beads of perspiration on my nose right here and right here, and I'll tap it off and my foundation still looks put. I mean, it looks really good. So I really like that, and I really appreciate that I don't have to worry about that, you know, during my day when I'm working, when I'm having Zoom meetings, I'm running around, you know, I rush up to eat something really quick and then, you know, come back and I'm really hot, and I can just tap it off and it still looks good. Another thing I like is that it plays really well with my other products. So with my powder products that I use to contour, or with my blush, with my cream blushes, it plays really nicely with them. It doesn't mess them up. It doesn't stop working because of them. It plays nicely with them, and it just kind of melts in with all of my other products. I really like that and appreciate that. You know, if I put a little bit, also my finishing powder, my number 7 finishing powder, which I've been loving. I mean, I love it. It doesn't, some powders or some foundations, because they're really sensitive, you put the finishing powder on and it highlights your wrinkles immediately. That doesn't happen with this. So now it is a combination of, you know, using this awesome finishing powder. If you didn't see my July favorites, go see it, because I talk about this, but, and I'm covering it up when I show it to you because it has this really shiny glass. But so yeah, the finishing powder is really good, but not all foundations do well with finishing powder or with other products. And this one really does. It really does. And I like that I don't have to worry about like, oh, I'm using that foundation, I can't use these other things. I love that. It works with everything that I've put on it so far. Let's see, what other things? I already mentioned it is very mature skin friendly. I did look at the reviews on the Sephora website, and I like to refine to age. So I checked 40s, 50s, and 60s. They had rave reviews from those age groups. So, I mean, I'm not kidding when I say it's mature friendly. I didn't use concealer today. So, you know, you can see how you can see the pinkness through, you know, obviously I have some blush here, but you can kind of see my pinkness coming through, but not too much. I'm surprised at how well it covered it there. And I usually put concealer here so you don't see this darkness. So you see the darkness, but, you know, it looks very natural. You see my wrinkles. It doesn't settle into those wrinkles, not even at the end of the day. Like I said, I've been wearing this for a few weeks now, and I love it. I love it. I'm so happy with it. So that's it. If you would like to see me applying this foundation, keep on watching. Okay, let's do this. I always feel like I look like a crazy woman. The only thing I have on is eyeshadow, and it does look a little bit crazy right now, but once it comes all together, hopefully it will look okay. The only thing I have on is my Paula's Choice Skin Restoring Moisturizer with SPF 50. I love this. I'm gonna talk about skincare one of these days. I'll put it in a video. And then the other thing is Paula's Choice Smoothing Primer Serum. Let's jump into the foundation. Let's put it on. My sponge, my Lime Life sponge is dirty, but that's because I used it yesterday, but with the same foundation. Okay, so we're gonna put about 2 squeezes, and it is a little bit runny. And I just put it on with my fingers. Oh darn, you know what? I was gonna put on my Too Faced my concealer underneath because of the pinkness, but you know what? I guess we're not gonna put it on today, so you can see what light coverage it is. So let's, oh, and I do have a little bit of Maybelline Instant Rewind concealer because I have really bad darkness under my eyes. And see how my skin just drinks it up, but it looks like it's just my skin. It doesn't look like I put foundation on, I don't feel like. Yeah, it's just, this is really amazing. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna get, I actually might need a third pump, especially since I'm not using the concealer. I'm laying it on a little bit thicker. Here's the third pump so that it can go up here, down here. It works very nicely, blends in very nicely. Okay. And I love this Lime Life sponge. I keep calling it a Lime Life sponge. It actually has another name and I keep forgetting it, but I just love that it saves me so much product. You can feel that it's denser. And the first few times that I started using it, I put on my regular amount of foundation on my face. And when I put it on, I was like, what's going on? I have so much foundation on. And I realized it's because half of it wasn't being absorbed by the sponge. So I took some off and blended it out. And yeah, I love that. I realized that I need less with this sponge because it doesn't absorb it. I'm so used to putting more on my face because half of it will be absorbed. Not with this sponge. Okay, so let me see if I can give you a close-up. So pretty decent coverage, right? It says light coverage, but I feel like it's almost light to medium. But, you know, it definitely feels like I'm putting foundation on. But once you let it set for a little bit, it just feels so comfortable on the face. It's not like one of those foundations where it feels like you're wearing nothing. I think it looks like you're wearing nothing, but it doesn't feel like you're wearing nothing. You definitely feel a foundation on your face, but it feels very comfortable. It like sinks and melts in with your face, if that makes sense. Yeah, it doesn't do the best job at covering pores, but it doesn't highlight them either. It looks like it's just your skin, I feel like. Yeah, so let me go finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be back. Okay, here we are. Foundation on, other makeup applied. Let me get close up so you can see. I've already perspired. I was perspiring in my bathroom. I hope you can't hear the AC. You probably can, but that's because it's a warm day today in Northern California. I think the high is 76. That's warm for us. We're dying. But I didn't put any finishing powder. Lately, I have been using the No. 7 finishing powder. If you saw my favorites, this is definitely a favorite. But I wanted you to see it before I put the finishing powder on because it has a very glowy kind of satin finish. It's not overly dewy, but it's not matte either. It's very much a satin finish. You see a little bit of glow here because I did use Benefit Rockateur. I don't have it. Oh, I do actually. Benefit Rockateur is a little bit, it has a little bit of shimmer, if you can see that. So that's on my cheeks. But other than that, everything else is the foundation. I did put a little bit of contour on the edges, but I tried not to put too much because I really wanted you to see the foundation and how it looks. So let's apply some powder so you can see how it does with the powder. I'm gonna put, and what I do is I kind of try to keep it, I don't want to take away my shimmery there. this foundation does a really good job at blurring pores, and I have really big pores here. So I'm going to do it on half of my face so you can see how it does. You know, you can really wear this foundation with finishing powder or without. See, so that's a little bit more mattified, but not so much that it looks bad. It's very mature skin friendly. I love like that satin finish, but I also love this, you know. I actually have a preference for this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest. I do perspire a lot. My hot flashes, you guys. And one of the things I really liked, and I probably mentioned it at the very beginning, is that this can withstand my hot flashes. I perspire and then I get a napkin or whatever and I dab it and it's still on. My foundation is still on. It doesn't look like or feel like I have this like thick layer of foundation, but when I dab my perspiration off, it's still there. It still looks good. In fact, I fell asleep once on my sofa, and when I woke up and I went to the ladies' room and I looked at my face and I'm like, oh my God, the foundation still looks really good. Like, you know, I'm sure some of it must have come off on the pillow, but it still looked really good. When it sets, it sets. And, you know, it's just, yeah, I really like this foundation. So anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on this. Have you tried it? Do you love it? Do you not love it? I know we all have different skin. I have been loving it. It just does so well with my skin, which is maturing skin, 50-year-old skin with fine lines and wrinkles. And I also feel like it's been hydrating my skin. The more I use it, it feels more protected. When I wash my face in the evening or even in the morning when I wake up and I see my skin, it looks better, it feels better. And with the concealer, when I do put the concealer underneath, I feel like my age spots are kind of starting to go down. I don't know if that's psychological. I don't think so, but I really feel like it does a really good job of not only protecting my skin, but just giving it a little bit of extra oomph. It's kind of like part of my skincare regimen, not just a foundation, but a part of my skincare regimen, which is really nice. I mean, you know, we like multitaskers, right? So yeah, this one is a thumbs up for me, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this very much. If you have any questions of anything that I forgot to mention, please comment them down below. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It really helps my channel, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.